All right, let's go ahead and get started. I just got it on record, Josh. We record all these, and they'll be loaded up to my YouTube channel in the morning.
Great.
And, guys, I appreciate you getting on. We have this team Zoom every Thursday night to support. This is Team Texas and Team North Carolina. A lot of new people here. I'm more excited today than I've ever been. I've been with Martin on 18 consecutive years, full time. And I had a chance to meet Josh and Amber a long time ago. I met them the first at a retreat in Florida. And then we went to a golfing outing, and I got to really love these kids. And they've come in to stand up to be leaders. They're in the Millionaires Club with us. They're elite millionaires. And they're our liaisons between corporate and us. And I can promise you anything I need that means anything, I shoot Josh a quick message within 60 seconds, 5 minutes, I got an answer, and he's working on it. And so, Josh, I can't thank you enough for the leadership you and Amber have the whole global operation here to get things done that you've gotten done in the last little bit. I'm just amazed. And you're definitely a godsend in that particular area. But I have a young, hungry team here. These people we got a lot of people right now like Ronnie, Benita, Patty, all these guys, Teresa in Texas. They're all right on the next big promotion. It's going to happen in the next 24 hours. I'm beyond proud of this team, but I like to have an array of people to come to let different people every week as to where you can come and say, wow, these guys, they're the real deal. So, Josh, come on and share your vision with the company or for the company, and just give a brief about your story. And let's go from there, and then I'll ask you questions as we go through this Zoom.
All right. Sounds good, Rusty. Well, first of all, thank you for that introduction. You guys, we love what we do. It's so easy to be full of energy and excitement and willingness to work hard when you love what you do. And so, it's just a blessing and an honor to be in this position, to be with the company now coming up on 7 years. Everything that's come into our life because of this company is amazing. We started back in 2012, and, we started because Amber saw me trying to do everything that I could to support our family. When we met back in 2005, I had a great job. I was in finance. I worked at a bank. We met. About a year later, I got into mortgages. So 2006, I'm doing mortgages. Anybody that knows anything about mortgages in 2006 knows that was the career to be in 2006. So, we had our first baby, we got married, bought our first house. Life was looking pretty good. I was working, doing finance, doing mortgages, just kind of killing it, making future plans to open my own branch and have my own team, all that. And then in 2009, we know what happened. The market crashed, and I had a job on Friday. And when I went out on Monday, they said, we're closing the whole company down. And so, I moved around and did a couple different things between 2009 and 2012. And, we did okay. We never lost our house. We didn't lose our cars, but we sure did rack up quite a bit of debt trying to stay alive financially, just like a lot of people during that time. And, Amber was doing hair full time from our house. And she saw how hard I was working, trying to support our family and kind of claw our way back to normal, not being so paycheck to paycheck. And, she thought if she could add the wrap as an add-on product to her clients here in the home, that would be a pretty good deal. If she could bring in an extra $100 or so a month, that would help us, have a little bit of flexibility to go on date night. My wife and I have always had an amazing relationship, and we always we always make sure that we go on a date at least once a week. And, when money's tight, that was really difficult during that time. And so she tried the wrap, and having had 2 kids, had amazing results with the wrap. And, anybody that's met Amber knows that she just loves and cares about people so much. She really has a heart for people. And when she figured out how good she felt after trying a wrap, she wanted other people to feel that way too. And so she just started wrapping and sharing her results and sharing the product. And like Rusty said, we built and built. Um, and here we are 7 years later in the Millionaires Club. And we just, like I said, we love what we do. Absolutely. We started this business, or Amber started this business, to alleviate some of our financial stress. But what we've got from this company since then, I could sit here for an hour straight and list off different things. We have amazing friendships. The way that we have grown personally from doing this business, and just the process of building a business and working with people and overcoming objections and, helping people through their struggles and all of that, it really develops your character as a person, which is really valuable in all areas of life. It's great in a marriage. It's great in friendships. It's great in any type of leadership position in your church or in your community or anything like that. And so what we have found is that there's some amazing blessings that have come into our lives because of this business, not just the financial blessings, not just the health blessings, but really every aspect of our lives have gotten better. Sorry, guys. So,
well, Josh, would you say that, would it be safe to say that based off of what you just said, you've seen as we come in, we helped enough people get what they wanted and started to create what we call homeostasis, or balance in your life? And you touched on several areas of your life. It's all centered around family, your health, your finances, your church, your children. Bottom line is, how did that bring the balance back in your life? And I know everybody on the Zoom, we're all looking to have that balance as to where we can create these memories for each other. And I'm more an advocate for the freedom thing. And I think until you gain your freedom, you will never have true balance in your life, to where you have that family unit that supports each other. That's the way God designed it. Will you go ahead and touch on that just a little bit more?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that has got to be one of the biggest blessings, because just think about it. I mean, when we started, like I said, me and my wife met 2005. We dated, we got married the year after. And then, it's hard when a portion of your life is disproportionately out of balance. For example, a lot of people have a great marriage going. They're relatively fit. Maybe they have a good relationship with God. All of those things are going great, but they're just financially strapped. And what happens when you have that disbalance in that one area of your life is it starts to attack every other area of your life. You and your wife are arguing a little bit more because you're stressed out about money. You have a car breakdown or appliance that goes out, and maybe you get mad at God because, why are you doing this to me? I'm already struggling enough. Why is this now happening to me? Or, you're stressed about your bills. And so you stop going to the gym, you start eating terribly, you start, feeding yourself terrible food because, that's the way to sedate your struggles with finances. And you can point that in any other direction. You may be making a lot of money and you may have an okay relationship with your spouse, but if your health is disproportionately out of whack, then that really starts to weigh on you. You start having health issues and XYZ. And so that's something that we really talk about a lot within our team and with different people that we introduce to this business, is that you can have it all. You can have an amazing relationship with your wife and your kids and the people in your family and your friends and the people in your community and the people in your church. You can have a great relationship with God. You can have amazing financial situation and great health. And what we find in this business is when you start immediately when you start having success in one area of life, it automatically starts improving the other areas of your life. And so for us, as the finances started coming around, as Amber started promoting, I was still working full time in those early days of the business. And she would be busy all day setting appointments. And then at 6 o'clock when I got off work, she would meet me at work. she would hop in my car and go to her appointments. I would hop in her car, take the kids home. And, I would come home, hang out with the kids, do homework, all of that stuff. And she would go do appointments all night. And, people that knew us, our friends and family at that time, they saw that hustle, and they saw that we were spending more time apart than we had usually, because we had always focused very heavily on our relationship and making sure that our marriage came first and that our relationship was strong. And now we're all of a sudden spending all this time apart, and, people were concerned about it. They said, is it hard being away from, you're working all day, and then you go home with the kids, you barely seeing your wife right at this moment in time. And I just said to them, no, I know it is a little bit difficult being apart right now, but I know that time apart that she's investing in her business, every minute that we're spending apart right now that she's investing will create hours for us to be together later. And that's exactly what we found. What a lot of times what people kind of do their entire lives is they get into a routine of, the 9-to-5 job, and then they come home and do dinner, and then they spend a little bit of time together, and then, or, whatever that looks like for different people. But what we found is that investing that time apart and investing that time in our business has created an abundance of freedom of time to be able to spend together, and once again, just like we talked about before, it's time together that we're not sitting there that I'm not sitting there running through like, oh, how am I going to pay the electrical bill this month? Maybe I'm sitting there, a lot of people have some time to spend with their spouse, but it's hard to have quality time when you're stressed out about finances, or when you are super low energy because you're not as healthy as you could be, or any of the other kind of things that we've talked about having an imbalance. And so what this company has done for us is it's alleviated or eliminated a lot of those stresses. And it's put us in control of the things. I always say that there's healthy stress and there's unhealthy stress. When people are just overwhelmed and stressed about their finances, I think that's a very unhealthy stress. Or you're stressed out about your body, or you don't have enough energy. Those things can be very detrimental and tough for your life. And what we found being in It Works is, since we've eliminated a lot of the things that cause those types of stress, now we have an opportunity to focus on growth and focus on investing time in our leadership and investing in our kids and continuing to invest in our relationship with each other. And, building a business and doing all those things is sometimes stressful, but I think it's the right type of stress. I think it's the type of stress that pushes us forward and continues to allow us to improve and build the type of life that we want.
Yeah, I just picked up your principles are like mine, but you and I have known each other for 6-7 good years. The principles that you just covered, you mentioned church. That means we're putting God first. Family is second. That's the second principle. I live by fitness is third. You've mentioned that several times, putting the wrong things in. Input, output is what you're going to get. If you're not getting the right output, you need to check the input. And then basically we're building a business to help others. That's a sharing program. And the fourth principle I live by is the finances are always fourth. If you put it first, you're going to sacrifice the middle two. God's going to always be preeminent in your life, where you think he is or not. He's going to be the governing factor. And so that's why there's laws, or like the 3 steps to success is where I want to go now. Those are guaranteed. That law of the 3 steps to success is guaranteed for our success. And that guarantees your success. If you defy those particular laws, principles take over and you slow yourself down, just like eating wrong, the lethargic he talked about. And so laws are put into place, and I love to talk about laws. I'm a big John Maxwell fan. My father was a big fan of the laws, and my father was had his doctorate of divinity, and he was a professor at college. He always talked about, you can never break the law, you break yourself against it. You can defy it, but all of a sudden, once you defy it long enough, like being unhealthy, and we're not in the selling business, we're in the sharing business, but being unhealthy, all of a sudden the diabetes kicks in, the overweight. That's where the principle starts to balance the law that we've defied, and we wonder why we're so slow and we can't get it done. You can even defy the laws of success in the business, but Josh, you know, I've been around a long time. I've never seen a company that guarantees like just the Ruby. 3,000 in 3 months. We guarantee it. You do it, and we're going to pay you. It will pay you the difference if you don't do it. So we're right here. We got one more day to go after. And some people right here, they're on the line to change their life forever, and they're on the line for a lot of promotions sitting on this Zoom tonight. But I want, you know, one is the sharing of this product. And we don't sell any. I've actually never sold a Airworks product. I've just shared my particular story. I believe that's how we create a brand. But when you share your story, that's how you monetize it, because your before and after proves the validity of what we're doing. And all the years that we've been free, that proves that, well, the business model really works. And so how important is it to give them everything you've got tonight, do what's necessary to catch this next level, but within the confines of the law, which is the 3 steps of success. And if you don't mind going over it, let's explain exactly why the authorship is important, why the 4 customers is important, and why we need to work and the sense of urgency to get this thing done. And while we understand that opportunity is always moving fast, and don't slow down and wait on you to make up your mind until you feel better. You have to run parallel with the opportunity, grab a hold of it, jump on it, seize it, and you have to believe in yourself to get it done. I don't know of a better organization or better company on planet Earth has not tried and proven all the years that we've been here, and they've been established and carrying it to the next level of growth like you've never seen. We're upsetting everybody in our industry, because we're actually leading the pack by a big distance, according to the numbers, according to the World Bank. That's a big deal. But why is the simplicity of what we're doing so virtually important? Just work your ass off at the simplicity of it, sharing this program and creating solutions for others. That's how Josh got to where he joined us in the Millionaires Club, and he did it relatively quick. And that's how we've all been able to get there and maintain this kind of lifestyle. So Josh, will you go over it and give us a little bit of definition of why each step is designed? It's virtually important to do it in a particular step to create this kind of lifestyle that you and I get to live.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing that kind of came to mind while you were talking about that, Rusty, is just the simplicity. And there's 2 things that come to mind when you think about simplicity. Anybody that's been in the business for any amount of time, you've probably heard Cami Pentecost say, a confused mind says no. And that is so true in our industry and in what we're trying to do, because, typically when people come into this business, when they do decide to join you as a new customer or as a new distributor in your business, they have fears. They are unsure if they are going to be able to be successful in this business. They have high hopes. They have dreams. They're really, really hoping that they can achieve something by joining you. That's what gave them the courage to say yes. But at the same time, they have a fear of the unknown. They're wondering, will I be able to do this? What's it really going to be like? Am I going to be able to, hit my goals and things like that? And so, when we have somebody come in the business with those fears, with that lack of assurance of knowing that if they're going to be able to be successful, it's up to us as leaders to guide them to the steps to success and to keep it simple. Because, if we get in there and we just make things all sorts of complicated, you add complication on top of fear and lack of assurance. And that's a recipe for people just to turn around and run before they even get started. And so I love what you mentioned about the guarantee, Rusty, because, that guarantee in my mind is just such a great way to alleviate people's fear. I think that's really one of the biggest obstacles that people have when they join this business. And even within the first 3 to 6 months in this business, is they always seem to have in the back of their mind, if I do this work that my leader is telling me to do, will I actually see a payoff? Will I actually see a growing check? Will I actually be able to, pay my car payment with my check from It Works? Will I be able to, if I work all of these hours day in and day out, like my leader's telling me to, will it pay off for me? And we've been able to answer that question very boldly these last couple months with the guarantee. We're telling people that if they come in, if they hit Ruby within their 2 first full calendar months, that we're going to guarantee that they make at least $1,000 within that time period. And then if they're able to hit Emerald within their first 3 full calendar months, then we're guaranteeing that $3,000. And so if you're on this call and you're listening and you are eligible for that guarantee, I say go for it. Give it everything that you've got. All of us that, are in the Millionaires Club or that have been in for a long time and have seen high success, at some point we made the decision just to go for it. We didn't know more than you do. We didn't have any kind of special skills. Amber had, I think, 200 Facebook followers and didn't even have an Instagram account when we got started. We didn't have some grand advantage over everyone else. We weren't any kind of celebrity or some kind of, community figure or anything like that. We were just a couple people that were strapped financially and that decided that, we like sharing our story and sharing the products that we have fallen in love with. And we did that over and over and over and over again. And we followed the steps, and that got us to where we are today. And so, I love the steps to success because it allows all of us to focus on the same thing. So step number 1, of course, is to join the party. And everyone on here has become a distributor with the company already. And then we rejoin the party each and every month with an ADBV auto shipment. And, on our team, we teach people that auto shipment is the law. The very best way to be successful in this business is to run an ADBV auto shipment, preferably before the 5th of the month. And then what that allows you to do is there's so many psychological things that happen when you run an ADBV auto shipment at the very beginning of the month. Number 1, your butt's on the line. Okay. You've just invested money into your business and nobody wants to have their investment go and be wasted. And so every single month, just like you guys, we invest at least an ADBV auto shipment every single month. Ours runs on the 1st of every month. We want to be invested right from the beginning of the month. And so ours runs on the 1st of the month. We've put money on the line and we don't want that money to go to waste. And so we do a couple things with our auto shipment. We order products for ourselves to use. I use almost every single product. And so, our auto shipment's definitely a little bit bigger than ADBV, but, we use a lot of products ourselves because they help us feel amazing. They help us look better, and feel better and give us more energy. And that allows us to create a testimonial about how the products work. If I'm talking to somebody and they're asking me about the greens and I'm able to tell them that I've been taking the greens now for 5-6 years, however long those have been out, and that they make me feel amazing each and every day. That is a tool in my tool belt that allows me to talk about that product from a personal standpoint and gives me a little bit more energy to talk about it confidently and increases my ability to sign that person up as a new loyal customer or as a new distributor on the greens, right? So, and that goes for every single product. Every single product that you have tried that has made a difference in your life, that's a testimonial that you can then share with the people that you're talking to each and every day. You're talking to somebody at the grocery store because they asked you about your bottle of greens that you're carrying around. That gives you an opportunity to bring that person into your organization. You make a post about your BFF that you just mixed up and posted on Instagram. That's another opportunity. So your ADBV auto shipment is the law. That's what we teach on our team. And it allows you to try the products and then share actual experience that you have with the products. And then the other thing that you can do is it gives you the ability to sample products out or to sell products for cash. We make money, we make cash, we make commissions, and we make bonuses. And, a lot of people, when they come into a business, they are lacking money. They want to have the ability to make money very quickly. And so, what Amber did at the very beginning is she ordered wraps, and then she turned around and sold those wraps at a profit and was able to make cash. And we have quite a few products now that weren't available then that you can do that with. A lot of people do that with keto coffee, with wraps, with facial wraps, with collagen. There's the energy sticks. There's so many products that you guys can sample, let people try, and let them see how amazing they feel, see how wonderful they taste. Our products all taste super delicious. They're very easy to take. You're not choking them down. And so really that's what people want. Most people are searching for products that taste good, that are affordable, that are very powerful and do what they say they're going to do, that are easy to use, and that will give them results. And we have a lot of different products that do that. And so in our auto shipment, we order products for ourselves to take, to strengthen our testimonials and to help us feel and look the best that we can. And then we also, in our auto shipment, include products that we can sample for at sip-and samples, or just, one-on-one if I meet somebody on an airplane ride or at the grocery store or whatever it may be. I have products available for people to try. And then the other two steps of the steps to success is we always shoot for 3 new distributors every month and 4 loyal customers. 3 distributors, 4 loyal customers. 3 distributors, 4 loyal customers. That's something that we shoot for each and every month. And then go Ruby. Your whole entire business is built off of rubies. If you yourself can get to Ruby, and then you can help one of your legs go Ruby and have the other legs, then you can go to Emerald. And then you can continue to do that up to diamond and double diamond and triple diamond and all the way up to the top of the company. So very simple. It's something that we all do. And it's a very clear roadmap that we can give somebody when they first come into the business, to have a clear goal of what they want to do in order to hit the goals that they want to hit.
I couldn't have said it no better myself, and I've been here the longest. Josh, man, I really appreciate you being on this Zoom tonight with this team here. These guys are hungry beyond your wildest imagination. This is the Super Bowl team, and they're going to win every championship from here on out because they're hungry. You just reconfirmed everything that we all say. That's why I like to have a different person on here every Thursday night. You're hearing the same thing from a different perspective, from a different lifestyle, from a different age person. That we all harness together when they come to the leadership meetings, and once they get to the Millionaires Club, it's amazing how like-minded we all are. But we all had to start exactly where Josh said. We had to get in. We had to create the Ruby, help create some rubies to get to where we are on into the Millionaires Club. So at no point in time in this business are you where you are that we haven't already went through it and know how to help you through it. And then it's our job is to help you grow you as a person. The real estate, the 6 inches of this prime real estate right here is the most important real estate in the world, ever be the most important real estate in your life. If you're willing to grow this up here and grow into every single day, like John says, you can do what Josh and I do. And what happens, it gives you the mental fortitude as to where you can go out and create solutions for problems. And I'll tell you one thing, if you focus on the money, you're going to always be broke. If you focus on family and your health and putting God first, the money is just a byproduct of it. That's how we all got to the 7-figure club. Money is a byproduct of how many people you got to share your story with and how you can create that solution for the problem. You agree, Josh?
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
And I just want to reiterate something that you said at the very beginning of this call, Rusty, is that we do it along the way. We don't sit and learn and learn and learn and then go execute. We're executing and learning at the same time. This company and this vehicle is both the tool and the vehicle at the exact same time. We're learning while we're earning. And we got to where we're at right now. We're not the same people, obviously, that we were 7 years ago. There's been a lot of growth and learning. And it's all been while we are building our business, not one then the other.
That's exactly right. Josh, I appreciate your time. I know you're extremely busy. I know Amber's over in Austin over with Teresa Garrett. And I know you got the kids there. Man, I'm beyond appreciative. So anything this team can ever do for you and your guys out there in the Midwest, let us know. And thank you for being on tonight. And we're going to finish up the Zoom here with a couple more things. You're welcome to stay with us, or if you got something to do, by all means, that's entirely up to you. I'll have this uploaded to the YouTube in the morning.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Rusty. And I also thank you to each and every one of you. You know, anytime that you can invest some time in your business, it's going to be an investment well paid off. So thanks for being here with us, and keep investing and keep growing. And thanks again, Rusty.
Yes, sir. Have a great day. All right. Bye.